December games are all important. This one was very important, but this one won't matter unless we, hit the reset button and move on next week. So it can't be more special than any other. It's the most important one now, but enjoy it, and then we'll move on to the next.
Of course, all 4 quarters. Never blinking. Keep playing your ass off. Keep it going, man. We got a lot more game left in us, and keep it going, baby. Bucs on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just beat the Green Bay Packers 34-20 in Lambeau. We have got to talk about this amazing game. We have got to talk about the MVP of this game. And Baker Mayfield was on a mission. We called him last week a game manager. And that's what he is, and that's what makes him great. This week, he was more of an elite game manager, and he was consistent, and he was efficient, and he wasn't doing anything that was putting the Buccaneers in a compromising position. 22 of 28, 6 missed passes, 6 attempts that were not completed, and he gives the world a 381-yard performance with 4 touchdowns. Now, I don't know what was up with the Green Bay Packers defense. I don't know who decided to leave the seams wide open, but it was a very, very clear thing that not only Rachaad White, who got a ball in the seams, Kate Otten, David Moore, all of these guys were getting their receptions through the seams. Baker was on his A game. He took what the defense gave him. And I guess what the defense wanted to do, like they tried to do last week, is take Mike Evans out of the equation, okay? Try to take Mike Evans out of the equation, and he didn't do a great job. Mike Evans gave us 4 receptions for 57 yards, and he started the game off nice with a touchdown. The one thing Baker did not do great was in the beginning of the game, right? So the beginning of the game, your defense does its job and stops the Green Bay Packers on the goal line, pretty much. It was a 4th and 2 attempt, and they stopped them. They did a great job. Go Bucs. Baker Mayfield decides to go out there, and it's a passing play, and he's just holding on to the ball, thinking that he has all the time in the world to get rid of it. And of course, it's like a strip sack, fumble, interception thing. And unfortunately, the Bucs have their backs back against the wall again, the defense that is, and then the Packers just scored an easy touchdown. I hated that. I hated that sequence. I hated that big mistake that Baker had to implement on his own team. So yes, that one mistake by Baker could have completely changed the outcome and the process of the entire game. But guess what? This defense is still this defense. There are a few other offensive players I want to talk about, but Antoine Winfield, what a game. What a game. Levante David, he came back, gets us a half sack along with Mr. Shaquille Barrett himself, and then Mr. Anthony Nelson gives us a sack as well. 2 sacks for the team in total. Everybody was just flying around the ball. Nobody wanted to lose this game on defense. Nobody. If they were going to lose, they were going to unfortunately lose by the hands of the offense. They were not going to lose by the hands of the defense. So this is what you need, right? You need your defense to already be in playoff mode. That's where they're at. Last week, we had the offense a little bit slower. The defense had to do a lot more last week because they're already in playoff mode. This is a playoff defense. This is why I've always believed that the defense was going to be the thing that put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in any type of playoff contention conversation, any type of NFC contender conversation. It was by the hands of the defense. And the next thing you needed was a legitimate running back or running type offense, a situation where you can give the ball very easily to another human being. And what he can do is give you 21 carries of 89 yards, no touchdowns on the ground, but don't worry, I have more. He gives you 2 receptions for 50 yards total with 1 touchdown through the air. Rachaad White is a guy, all right? He is a dude. He is so nice. Getting him the ball, he had one of those seam route concepts. Getting him the ball in space it's actually broken. It's actually broken. Continuously giving him the ball is going to be the thing that puts this offense always in the driver's seat. You're always going to be looking behind you if you have Rachaad White. So there's beautiful things within that. Chris Godwin, hello. You, sir, were the X factor. I just hope you know that. You did not get into the end zone, but that's not a problem. You give us 10 receptions for 155 yards total. You were on your goon shit today. I mean, there's no other way to put it. What the defense is going to do off rip is try to take away Mike Evans. They want to make it harder for Baker to give the ball to Rachaad White, which is probably why he only had the 2 receptions. Everything else is kind of open for debate. Where is Baker going to find the extra guy? He was able to find Chris Godwin 10 times for 155 yards. This team is doing some great things, but beating the Packers 34-20, that's not why you're here. That could have happened in week 2. That's not why you're here. The reason why you're here is because next week you got a big dance against the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right? You got to dance against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you guys have an opportunity to have 4 straight victories in a row. And then you end it off with the Saints game and a Carolina Panthers game. You guys are currently in the driver's seat. You guys are 7-7, and you hold the keys to your future. Just win out. Just keep playing at a high level. Baker, just keep giving the ball to your weapons. Keep giving the ball to Mike Evans. Give the ball to Rachaad White. Mr. David Moore, you got some speed on you. You will have concepts built in to get you in the game so we can have more lively action as we did seeing you scamper for that amazing touchdown. Baker is more than capable enough to divvy out the ball. Give you a touchdown here, give you a touchdown there. Baker, just do your job defensively. Keep swarming. Swarm. And I just feel as if the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't even going to be able to really keep up with you guys if Trevor doesn't like pressure. All right? Trevor does not like pressure. Pressure him. That defense has to be ready. Everyone has to be on their goon shiz. This is going to be the game that catapults you into the conversation where now Skip Bayless is going to be like, I don't know, this Bucs team is going to be, a legitimate playoff contender, because no one's talking about you guys. I hope y'all know that. In the NFC, no one is actually talking about the Buccaneers. This could be a beautiful opportunity. Everybody's talking Cowboys. Everybody's talking 49ers. Everyone's talking Eagles. They're talking about the Lions. They're talking about the Detroit Lions over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I want that to seep into your pores. I want that to be something that clicks into your memory banks all week long. No one is looking for the Buccaneers to be an actual candidate for any type of real Super Bowl run. If that's not the best camouflage you guys need to make a real legitimate run, you guys have the foundation there. There were a lot of people in that building, in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers building, that have won a Super Bowl. There are a lot, okay? You guys can do it. It's there. The juice is there. The formula is there. It's just going to be a fun ride on the way. See you guys after Jacksonville. We're going to beat them. I already know we're going to beat them. But what do you think? Like, comment, and subscribe.